Kelvin
to
can
be.
speak to this very, very well, I'm assuming. But we're going to use a reference point in order to try to get to it. All right. So NBA is going to lose $40 million this season, and its NBA investors are growing impatient. Goes on to say while the WNBA is getting sellout crowds for the finals between the New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx, league owners will not be making a return on their investment for the foreseeable future. NBA owns nearly 60% of the league when one combines the NBA owners' personal stakes in the WNBA teams and the WNBA itself. The amount rises to 75% with direct knowledge of the number says. NBA owners have invested hundreds of millions in the WNBA since 1996 and have never turned a profit. It is going on 30 years.
That's
Um,
weird. Why they just got impatient 30 years later is just weird as fuck.
well, then I don't think I'm gonna go into that. So this season of WNBA is probably gonna lose 40 million, a bit
That's
better than the
wild.
50 million forecast and reported by several media outlets. Starting in 2026, the WNBA will get up to $2.2 billion a year over 11 years as a part of the new basketball media contracts. That means likely at least 100 million in annual increase from what the WNBA currently makes today, which is around $60 million. They expect in the regular season and playoffs to generate more revenue, but the players are expected to opt out of the current collective bargaining agreement, which then takes us over to the next article. The WNBA players did opt out. Okay. They made a decision to opt out of the last collective bargaining agreement to realign the business and save the league from its own limitations. They said that not only are they opting out, the announcement came just one day after they had the WNBA finals, and the union and the league had until November 1st to opt out of the current deal, and so on and so forth. So now, WNBA had higher viewership, but they still losing $40 million. And the women are advocating for making more money because they saying that their money that they're making can't help them survive. They don't make enough. And that now that they have a new collective bargaining agreement, that they're going to be looking to make more money, because it's not commensurate with what they think that the men are making. All right. So, in a nutshell, WNBA is still losing money. They've never turned a profit. The women want more money because they're saying that they can't, they want it to be higher, and they don't like the collective bargaining agreement, and they want to hold the NBA hostage as a result of it. The owners is getting upset. Women ain't turning a profit. What do y'all think about it?
I don't I don't do like they don't have leverage. Like I don't get it. And I don't know why like it's just numbers. Like y'all not doing numbers like the NBA. So the fact that they put NBA anywhere in this article is absolutely asinine.
Mm.
Like it's crazy that they got so much visibility this year and they still broke.
It's not crazy.
No, it's not.
Um,
Well, it's wild that over 30 years niggas don't nobody America don't fuck with y'all.
well, here's the key. I think that women are in the same way that they are in relationships. I think they disillusion with what their true value are.
I agree. Okay, that makes sense.
Your value is only what somebody is willing to pay for it. You can say what you're worth. You can say what you think you deserve. Um,
I could
it's what
say like
people
the
are willing to pay
media.
for it.
I have to give Angel Reese her props on this. As soon as Angel got hurt, nigga, shit went dead. When Caitlyn was out the playoffs, shit just went dead. you
Yeah,
didn't hear about them motherfuckers no more.
yeah.
See, this is the
So,
thing
I
though,
think.
man. Like this was
Go ahead.
I've been saying this about the WNBA for years. Like they have to start being more reasonable about who they really are in the place of American sports.
mm.
They are at the
Well,
bottom of the totem pole because I'm being honest. Those women in soccer, they probably get more publicity than the WNBA.
100%. They get more money
Like for
too.
real, for real. They have to be
But
more realistic.
at what point do you say I have a failing business and you close down and you shut the doors?
No, no, no. They're
But you
not. They're
gotta
not
okay.
gonna do
But you
that.
gotta remember two things though. You gotta remember two things though. When you're talking about football, right, and soccer, okay.
Okay.
When you're talking about soccer,
Where'd that come from?
you have to. because
Boy.
I keep forgetting it's America. So when you're talking about soccer, all right, you got to remember everybody actually watches that sport.
That's true.
Yeah,
Everybody's not watching the WNBA. And then you got to remember that the WNBA is in America. America's already freaking delusional about women and what they can do and all this other stuff. And then you got to think women, a lot of the times, no matter what job position they're in, they want the opportunity. I mean, they want opportunity as well as the outcome. So they want equality for opportunity, meaning I want the chance to do it, and they want the same outcome, even if it's not going to pan out the same. And that's what the WNBA is. It's not panning out the same as the NBA because nobody's watching it, including women. Women don't like it. It's boring.
yeah, and this
I don't
and
like
that
basketball
that
Yeah.
like
goes to
that,
show
but
you that goes to show you the delusion because women don't even tap
yeah.
in on the WNBA. It's probably
But
more
women
men
are
watching the
liars. We know
WNBA
this.
than there is women.
They women are liars. They will tell you they want something and not even support it. I mean, if you look at anything from across the board to music to anything, they will support these female celebrities, and then you go look at their album sales and it's in the toilet, and that's because women gaslight a lot.
Yeah, they Laguerre, you're absolutely right. They make way more money playing basketball overseas than in America. Way more money. That's why Diana Taurasi went over there and made all that money. I forgot which team she played for, but she made more than she did for Phoenix
Unless
and
you
the other team.
Brittany Griner, and then she got arrested in Russia.
Yeah, she sucked though too. She's trash. She
But
had
I
no
mean,
skill.
listen, why should it be any different? First of all, I don't think that the WNBA, well, it'll survive just because we all about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we got to have women.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
biggest DEI scheme there is.
it is. That's number one. But number
Yep.
two, I think that also, why should it be any different than the infancy of what the NBA was? A lot of those guys had jobs. They was plumbers. They was electricians. They would go to work afterwards and all of that stuff. And so I don't understand why it should be any different than what they experienced in its infancy. And I think that the problem with them is that the NBA didn't have anything to compare themselves to. The WNBA is comparing themselves to men because they're seeing that these $60 million contracts that these guys is getting, and it's not the same. You can't you can't get contracts from a failing business model and concept that's basically being propped up by the NBA itself. So
Well, the
NBA
reason
owners is
why
taking a hit, and the women feel like they should make more money. That's crazy to me.
the reason why it's
But there are a lot
failing
of
is
business
because
models that work like that though, Anton, where the contractors are getting subsidies and things like that that help keep that business going, and they think that it's an actual working plan until it finally fails and they don't have anything else to pull from.
Yeah.
the problem is they don't want to be modest about anything. They want to play in the same arenas. They should be playing in smaller gyms. They need to
With
be
And they
playing
should
in
lower the
lower
rim.
rims.
modest
They should
means.
lower the rim.
Oh, I've been said that. Yeah, they should lower it to 9 feet so they could dunk.
Like let them
It'll
dunk.
be more
Cause some of those
exciting.
girls
That's
are
the only
tall,
way.
but they're not like men, so
That's the,
they can't like jump all like Jordan, but they can jump.
they
They could
they just
jump
need to
right.
make it more exciting. They need to make it more exciting
No,
because it's
listen,
boring
Yeah,
now.
if you lower the rim, and you would help with that.
listen, bro.
They ain't doing that shit.
We don't give a fuck about women playing basketball. The only people that care is Quentin.
I know.
Quentin is the only person that care about women playing. Look, as much as Caitlin Clark and we talked about it, you
Couldn't
know how
care
many
about Caitlin Clark.
WNBA games I actually watched this past season? Zero.
Zero.
None.
Zero.
Zilch. Zilda. Nothing. I've watched
Quinn be
zero
Quinn be in that
WNBA
group
games.
chat.
Nigga, I fucking put in my
Caitlin
credit
Dodgers
card
be
for the
like,
WATV.
I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
do
but
it. But
here's the question. How much attrition are they gonna have? How many people gonna fall off and say, okay, I paid for it one season, I'm not really doing this again?
they're not
How
gonna
many
do it
people gonna
again.
renew?
They're not
None.
gonna do
Oh,
that.
as soon as Caitlin Clark stopped playing, I go ahead and cancel that.
It's funny that Uncut Underground is saying nobody want to see Dykes play sports. Here's an interesting part about that. I also read an article. I'm gonna try to find it in a second. I read an article today that basically said that women that look more manly are having a more difficult time capitalizing off of more visibility in the WNBA.
It makes
Yep.
sense because I
That's
watched
why.
the
That's why
championship
Asia
game and
Wilson.
Brianna Stewart was the interview and she had a
Mhm.
baby. I'm like, oh, this big masculine bitch is married. So I Googled Brianna Stewart's husband and a fucking bitch popped up and the kid was adopted.
Yeah,
I was
she
like,
not.
what the fuck?
She not straight.
I
Listen,
know. I didn't
But
know.
we can't we can't
I,
we
get-
can't
I
call
thought
them
she was because she
babes.
fucking had a kid, but
no,
she's adopted. The
no,
kid's
man, hell
adopted and she
no,
married to
hell
a
no.
chick.
That's why the WNBA is the hub for homosexual women, man. It is the hub. They all
Yeah,
tap into that
they
shit,
all
man.
get they
And
all
I
get
ain't,
it.
I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but it's like
It is what
you
it
gotta look
is.
at it like this. Men,
It's a manly sport.
it'll more men will watch women's volleyball, that 2-on-2 shit, before they gonna turn on that WNBA
Yeah,
game
that's
because
because
those
there's
women are in
nice legs
bikinis.
there and big
Those women are in
butts.
bikinis. And that's just
Yeah, but
facts.
the
They
problem
don't
is
want to see
also
no
that
manly woman.
the
Nobody
And
problem
it's
wants to
is
see
aggressive.
a
It's
manly
an
woman.
aggressive sport.
the problem is also that women don't watch sports.
That's true.
That's
They
the
don't
that's
watch
the
no
main
sport.
thing.
They don't
I
watch
didn't
no
know this. I
sport.
didn't know this until maybe 2 or 3 months ago. They said the NFL
Or
didn't start popping until women viewership went up. I didn't
or
Yeah.
know. I
if
didn't know.
women
I
watch
didn't know that was a
sports,
thing.
they only watch it for men. They don't want to see women playing sports. They want to see men. They want to see men. Shit, I done heard
Well,
my
this is
mom
Men,
this
out
is
of her own
definitely a
mouth.
men in
fact.
tights.
My mom
This
out
is
of her own
definitely a
mouth.
fact. The same reason y'all watching
We're
volleyball is the
men.
same reason
We're men in
women
tights.
Yeah,
watch.
my mom out of her own mouth. She's just like, oh, I like to see them in their tights. I'm
No,
like,
listen. This is what I've
My
noticed.
girlfriend used to say she liked me in my football pants when we were in high school.
This is what
But
women
football,
like,
but
bro.
football is American football is really good. I'm a football fan. Like I watch football all day long and mess with Slimmy.
Yeah, but
But
women like things that men like.
That's
Women
true.
like being liked by men. So
True.
even like for example, even when it comes to NBA is very very popular. It's popping. It's getting a little too expensive in my opinion for the regular fan. And I think it's becoming a billionaire's game. So regular owners can't even compete
facts.
anymore. But women don't look to say, "Oh, I'm about to buy some NBA tickets and go to the game." Women go with men that want to go to the game.
That's a fact.
it's not football though. I actually go to the
Football
football
is a
game.
whole nother beast. That's a different animal. But
Now,
I'm just
women,
talking about
women,
every other sport. Women don't say, "Oh, I'm about to go buy some NBA tickets." Women don't say, "Oh, I'm about to go buy some baseball tickets." They don't do that shit. They go with the man
Really?
that is going to the game.
yeah, women are going with men.
Every sport except for NBA, I love going to. I cannot do the NBA like on my own. Like if I go with
You love the NBA games.
I go with you.
I
Like
think it was a
I go with you. It's a
halftime
fun time.
singing and
Like I have fun with you.
dancing.
Outside of that, I'm not going to that.
Mika, we have a ball at the NBA games.
That's what I just Anton. I said when we go. Outside of that, darling, I'm not going.
But see, that's my point though, is that women aren't really
But with men,
interested in individuals. I don't even though y'all like football, I don't think that college is different. We're not going to include college. But regular NBA games or NFL games or whatever, I still don't think that most women is willing to go and spend their hard-earned money on no tickets. Listen, the type
Well,
of money that you got to spend to buy a ticket to go to a NFL game,
I will
they gonna
concede
be
this
like,
to
I can
you.
get an outfit,
I will
I can
concede this to
plan
you.
for a
I do
trip.
love it because I grew up that way. But I go to I'm on my grandfather's season ticket, so it's
See
very
what I'm
easy for me.
saying?